Okay, you lovely lot. So, biggest lessons learnt for me then. In what has been a horrible year, 2020, it's got to be all about the shallow fishing. You know how much I love shallow fishing.
You don't do nothing else.
To be fair, I don't. But I want to talk about how it's evolved for me. Probably not everyone else. Everyone else has probably been on it for the last like 20 years. But for me, I've always been a little bit slow at catching up. But Wagglers, which we'll come on to later, but certainly the actual style of shallow fishing. Because my favourite style in the whole wide world, as you know, Jay, is using little babby floats like that.
Yeah.
You know, sort of like 12, 14 inches of line, whacking it over, holding a tight line. And don't get me wrong, it's still going to work, you're still going to catch fish, but you miss loads of bites. So it's been, I'm not going to say the word, but it's been like the overshotted rig, Jay.
That's been the thing.
And this thing here has been massive for me this year, Jay. Rather than just using a BB shot or an AA, whatever you want, a string of number 8s. Honestly, I think, you're not putting a face here, it's just like, it's the finesse side of it. I think it makes a massive difference. I just think you hook more fish.
Yeah.
Whether because it's just covering a little bit more of an area or something, I don't know. It just works so well for me. Yeah. Obviously, anglers like Mitch Rawlinson, he's been doing it for a while, hasn't he? And weeds fishing like that as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
slightly overshot and all that. It's not about the angry bulk.
No.
You know what I mean? The heavy weight anymore, is it?
No.
They've seen that far too much, haven't they?
And they definitely wise up to it, 100%. So, partridge, when we were allowed back out, May time this year, I drew on Covey 5, what am I going to say, 121 on that rebed there, on the first fish hole back. Fed it shallow for 2 hours down the middle, went on it on a normal rig, missed bites. Put the BB rig on, missed bites again, or wouldn't even get bites. Yeah. Put this one on, and I've had like 5 in 5 chucks.
Yeah.
And then ever since then, so all my coaching and all that, that's how I've been doing it, you know, likes of air and what have you, and it's made a massive difference.
That's it.
I mean, obviously, the likes of partridge and that, you don't have to have a float on, but I always like to have a float on, because I just think it's just keeping it a little bit stiffer. You know what I mean? Just keeping that line a little bit stiffer through the rig.
Helps keep things a little bit tighter,
I think so, but definitely, 100%, this has made the difference.
Always that many, or do you go, I often go smaller, me, sort of like maybe a 4B8 float.
Yeah.
But shot it with like 3 number 8s, which is overshotted for a 4B8. You know what I mean?
No, because you need one more on. No, I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just slightly overshotting things, so it's...
I don't know, I think it's irrelevant. I think, obviously, the more shot you have, the better chance you have, obviously, of hooking the fish and setting the hook properly.
Tighter.
Because your line's always tight all the time.
Definitely agree. Do you think it's...
But I think it'd be irrelevant if you, like, line shots all the way up there. I don't think it'd make a
What if they're watching it, though? I think that was the thing I was getting at more.
I don't know, in that colour water, obviously you won't be doing it now in this clear water, but when the water's that colour, I don't think it makes a blind bit of difference. And when you got them fish coming in and smashing into your bait and all that.
You think the length of your rig's more important?
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, it being the right depth.
Yeah. I think it's all about having a few, like 3 or 4 top kits, all at different depths. So I might have one float there, one there and on there, and then just working out what they want on the day.
Yeah.
But it's been massive for me, that.
Would you still have your conventional rig for seeing what's going on?
100%. So I'd always have a rig with a float on like that, folks, starting off, you know, seeing what's there through the water.
Properly shotted, spread out.
Properly shotted,
a float that works, sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. A float that works. I love
it
that.
is, isn't it?
All my float works, Jamie, how dare you? So 3 or 4 number 11s on that, folks, slapping it over, holding a tight line, seeing where the fish are. Basically, when the float's like that, you know the shallower.
Yeah.
You're getting bites at depth, but, you know, it's taking that amount of time to get down there. You just go in with this one that's straight down to that depth where the fish are.
Yeah.
And you just catch so many more fish. I mean, it's one of them for me, folks. I'm proper stuck in my way because I know we've said it before in the past, I like to do things proper. It's not about that, it's all about winning, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all about winning that match.
Well, do you think it is as well? Or I definitely think F1s these days, at the venues that we're talking about, the venues we go to, the likes of Ehrenbrook Tunnel, Partridge is the one, isn't it? Them fish have been caught that many times shallow.
Every day since.
If you fish a conventional rig, you miss because they're frightened to death to eat the bait now.
Yeah.
But they've got to eat.
I tell you what is noticeable as well. You catch bigger fish on these rigs.
The old ones.
Yeah, when you're using like your conventional through the water one, you catch the little babby ones, the ones that like food, feed me.
Yeah.
Whereas like the big clever bronze-backed humpy things, You know what I mean? You catch them on this rig.
Yeah.
Because like, he's not going to catch me. I can like suck it in, spit it out. But when they suck it in and try to spit it out, they're hooking themselves on that.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
It's the fish are making us have to fish in these ways, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're too clever, because people keep catching them too much.
It's not been me, but this year it has been. I've been catching loads on it, and it's just been one of them. I say it's changing all the time. I never thought I'd be doing it because I always used to frown on it. I said, no, I'll never fish like that. You've got to fish proper, this, that, and the other. But it's all about winning.
You can't compete, can you? If you don't.
You literally can't compete. No. And then the other thing, my mates taught me this, is these wagglers.
Yeah, they've made things better.
For the style of waggler fishing, you know, on these big money matches, these wagglers with this attachment at the bottom, just ridiculous. I tried them for the first time on Arena, just before we come out of lockdown, Jay. You know, as a mugging waggler, folks, and it's just ridiculous. Just, you can cast a fish, and you sort of like, you know, when normally your float lands and then your bait will land past it. With these, when you get it right, your bait lands and your float lands, but it's just like two plops in it.
They just land beautifully, don't they? And it's how straight they cast. That's the thing. I mean, I can't lay credit for that. That's Mr.
I mean,
Powers,
obviously they've got like the little flights on them all that to cast straight, but they cast straight without them on as well.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's been eye-opening because, like, as you all know, folks, I love my waggler fishing. You know, again, stuck in my ways with it, and I never thought I'd change, but then obviously, watching the likes of this lad at Hayfield on the Fish Show final in when we were both in 2018,
2029.
Bagger wins it all the time. 2019,
2029. That's
2029. Are we in the future?
Predicted the future.
No, 2019.
Yes.
I know deep down, if I'd have had them wagglers, I'm not saying I would have won it, but I'd have definitely been up there. Because I've had cruising fish, whereas when I've casted to them with my normal waggler, the Keith Easton ones, which are brilliant. I'll still always use them, obviously, and we'll come on to that in a sec, why I'd use them over them.
Yeah.
If I'd have had them wagglers, I know I would have caught fish. Whereas obviously the Keith Easton ones, you know, a little bit noisy, they spook the fish off.
They're for Keiths are for windy
when it's
days
windy,
and when it's
for like holding your bait there, I don't think there's a better float than them.
Yeah.
Who makes them? Because I'm going to get past in comments.
Tez Knowles, aren't they? Tez Knowles makes these ones. So these are for like calmer days or for mugging.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still catching them, obviously leaving your float there.
Yeah. For me, the foam wagglers are for odd fish.
Yeah.
They're for 10 fish days. They're for mugging days in smaller, not that sort of thing, tinier version.
Yeah.
But the wagglers that we're talking about, they're for your Hayfield ones. When you're not emptying it, when you're not catching 200 pound in a waggler, they're for 70 to 100 pound of 10, 12 fish in a day.
I know, like looking back, you know, you always look back from like one year to the next or one match to the next. When I fish 3 matches a year, you always look back and think, what have you done different? And I know, I definitely know, if I'd have had them wagglers, I'd have
I don't think I had
more
them
fish.
then. I think that was just that.
No, you did.
I didn't.
You had something similar. You were saying,
I was
like
close.
You maybe not had them finished ones, but you definitely had that.
Yeah,
setup,
we were getting close then.
You showed me it when we did that thing on, where's it, on Blundell's. You showed me them then.
Yes. Yeah, they were nearly there.
Wow,
They weren't
what
as
is he
good.
on about? What is he on about?
Yeah.
But then I cottoned on, folks, as a Golden Reel final, peg that I drew, there was quite a few cruising fish, remember?
Yes.
And then what did he do at the end of the match, folks? Sends Rich running down to like, oh, can Jamie have his floats back?
I only had 3 of them little ones.
He only give me 2 and he wanted them back. So I had to give him back. But yeah, no, we always like have this preconceived idea of what we're going to do fishing wise, but you just got to learn to adapt, and I've always been a bit slow.
You've got to be not stubborn, haven't you? Because I'm in that gang.
Yeah.
You've got to be not dismissive of, I'm not doing that. Whatever's working, you have to do.
Bit off subject now, folks, but like it's like Daddy Cameron.
No,
Heron. It's bit off subject. It's like Daddy made the other day. I went fishing with Dad a couple of days ago, and he has this rig that he uses, a 12's QM1 with like two number 8 shots there on his lift rig, and he smashed me to bits. I'm like, I'll never do that, but I had to go with it, and it worked.
This is your cuts up.
I had to, mate. Actually, kids a go, Dad, but it's one of them. But yeah, lessons for me has definitely been that, 100%.
Hopefully, we'll get to use it a bit next year, innit?
I hope so, mate. Yeah. I'll definitely be on them. I'm going to smash you to bits, mate.
Okay.
Not having that, is he?
Right.
See his smug expression and he's not having
It's not smug, it's, come on, you just got to go fishing. That's your plan for next year.
Fishing, yeah.
You come with me next year, we're going lots next year.
Yes, please. Done some matches.
Yes. So that's about it. That's 2020 summed up. Pretty poo, but we learned a little bit still, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. 100%.
So a bit of luck next year will be a bit more productive.
More matches.